Today, Clearview News Desk beamed the spotlight on the Nigerian Air Force as it marks its 60 years of existence and steadfast service in the defense of Nigeria's territorial integrity. Let's now join Clearview's Gloriata as she goes down memory lane to bring us details of how the Nigerian Air Force metamorphosed from being the youngest branch of the Nigerian Armed Forces to one of the most elite forces on the global scene.
The Nigerian Air Force is the youngest branch of the Nigerian Armed Forces and one of the largest in Africa, consisting of over 18,000 personnel as of 2021 and a storehouse of several aircrafts, attack helicopters, armed attack drones, and military transport aircrafts. The idea of establishing an air force for Nigeria was originally proposed in 1958, but the idea didn't see the light of day as many lawmakers at the time preferred to rely on the United Kingdom for air defense. However, the Nigerian government began to have a rethink during peacekeeping operations in Congo and Tanzania when the Nigerian army had no air transport of its own, creating the need to establish an air force actively supported by modern facilities to provide full complement of forces to enhance the nation's military posture. And so in early 1962, the government agreed in principle that the Nigerian Air Force be established. The Nigerian Air Force was formally established on 18 April 1964 with the passage of the Air Force Act 1964 by the National Assembly. The act stated that the Nigerian Air Force shall be charged with the defense of the Federal Republic by air, and to give effect thereto, the personnel shall be trained in such duties as in the air as well as on the ground. The NAF was formed with technical assistance from then West Germany, now Federal Republic of Germany, following the reunification of West and East Germany. The Air Force started life as a transport unit with the first air crew trained with the Ethiopian Air Force. The second set underwent training in February 1963 with the Royal Canadian Air Force, while some were sent to the Indian Air Force. The head of the German Air Force Assistance Group was Colonel Gerard Katz, and he became the first commander of the NAF. The nucleus of the NAF was thus established with the formation of the Nigerian Air Force headquarters at the Ministry of Defense. While the Nigerian Air Force was still at its infancy as a fighting force, the laudable plans made by the German Air Force Assistance Group were prematurely put to test barely 3 years after its establishment. The inexperienced Air Force assumed the role of a well-established Air Force in order to prosecute the Nigerian Civil War in close collaboration with sister services. At the stage of its existence, the NAF was only equipped with a few aircraft. As the war progressed, some fighter aircraft such as MiG-15 and 17 were acquired to help bring the war to a speedy end. The Nigerian Civil War came to an end in 1970, and there was the need to reorganize the Nigerian Air Force and upgrade its equipment. In order to strengthen itself, the NAF between 1981 and 1990 acquired additional aircraft types of advanced technology. With the acquisition of new weapon platforms, there arose the need to train personnel to man and maintain the new aircraft types. This led to the NAF reorganizing its training aspects in all NAF trade specialties. Following the expansion of the NAF over time and the need to enforce all international laws and conventions relating to space activities in the Nigerian airspace, the federal government promulgated Decree 105, Armed Forces Amendment Decree of 23 August 1994, which provided additional roles for the NAF, including enforcing and assisting in coordinating the enforcement of international law, conventions, practices and customs ascribed and acceded to by Nigeria relating to aerial or space activities in the Nigerian airspace. Currently, the Nigerian Air Force is headed by the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, who succeeded Air Marshal Isiaka Oladayo Amawo in June 2023 as the 22nd Chief of Air Staff. At a recent event to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the Naf, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar said the Nigerian Air Force has become a force to reckon with globally in its 60 years of existence, from tactical operations to personnel welfare, to mention a few, and reiterated the Air Force's commitment to addressing the myriad of security challenges confronting the nation.
We are a very formidable Air Force, arguably one of the best on the African continent, one of the biggest also. So we have come a very long way. We have every reason to celebrate. We have every reason to be happy at 60.
Clearview News Desk celebrates with the Nigerian Air Force on its 60th anniversary celebration and honors its commitment in safeguarding Nigeria's sovereignty, ensuring national security, and contributing to peacekeeping missions both regionally and globally. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.